Again, it's your boy DT Burdett. We're going to be doing an Iron Man beginner's guide. This is my first time playing Iron Man. I've been reading over the patch notes and he seems to be OP. They're giving him 100 extra boost of health. He definitely got a bunch of buffs. We're going to dive straight into it. I'm going to show you all the mechanics of my first time playing. And this is the way you're going to win in Season 2 with Iron Man as you're flying around DPS. Being as he is an aerial DPS, there's a few things you need to take into account. Number one, you do not have to be in the middle of the battle. As you see, we're sitting here on offense, we're pushing the payload, and what I'm doing is I'm hiding in the back. I'm staying behind my teammates. And the good thing about Iron Man is you do not need to force the kill. You can just use your ability to bounce people back and forth. You can bounce the enemies left to right, and if you do happen to get up close and personal, it's not a problem to use your laser beam. This is S tier, and this is what separates him from the rest. Direct shots are obviously going to be a lot better, but if you can sit in the back and bounce people from left to right, if you can sit in the back and just farm all kinds of ult, that is definitely where he shines. But do not get it twisted. He is not afraid to get up in the action and get a little greasy with his laser beam. So as you see, we're progressing the payload. I'm staying directly above my team, and then I'm running back, staying above them and running to the left, running to the right. Whenever you're using Iron Man, it is very, very important that you stay off to different sides and different angles. This works a lot better on defense, but as you'll see, as on offense, I am hovering behind my teammates or I'm in the cracks and crevices. You never want to be out in the open because you are liable to get hit by Bucky, Punisher, and even Moon Knight. So as you see, I'm in the corner of the building, dropping just random shots to keep them distracted. That way, if they acquire a Penny, if they acquire a Wanda, I am easily able to find some cover and bring them into my sight of line. As you saw, Wanda pushed through, I was able to back up and use the wall as a parallel blockade, and I hit her with my laser, that way putting her ineffective. As we are able to get our first checkpoint, this is really where he shines, especially on this map. We have a good team. We have a dive with Thor, and we had a dive earlier with Venom, and he will return on a later match. But as you see, I'm holding the corners. I am just poking out enough so I am able to be on offense, and they are not able to see me. Also, because he is a ranged character, I can get completely out of the range of someone like Penny. As you see right here, I am far away, so she cannot hit me with her web. Anytime she tries to, I can easily evade, strafe left to right. They have only one character, and as you've seen in my other reviews, that is going to be Wanda. As you see, now I am getting in the back line. I'm trying to put just a little bit of pressure, but I'm not super familiar with the character yet. So anytime I have any adversity, I'm bouncing out of the way due to my flight. As you see, Penny is trying to attack me, but she can't. I see the shots coming and I swerve left to right. One thing you need to understand about Iron Man is as soon as he gets that pulse cannon, you always want to use it. Granted, this is ranked, this is Platinum 1. I am playing with great players, but in order for the video to be done, I am not in the chat. I'm in party chat. So I'm going to drop the pulse cannon as soon as I get it, because all we need to do is take out one character and then we're going to have the 6v5. Again, we're slowly progressing with the payload, and I am sitting in the back and I'm letting off shots. There's no direct light sight of Iron Man. Every time that we progress the payload a little bit, I move to the corner of the building, so I immediately have something under me to the left or to the right. As you see, a perfect example right here as we continue to progress. I'm putting little shots in, I am building ult, and is unable for anybody to hit me. They're going to get hit eventually, and they will get somebody to count them, but for the time being, I'm sitting back, farming ult, and we are pushing the payload around. Again, as soon as I am able to acquire the ult, I'm going to migrate slightly forward and get ready for it. As Wanda pops the ult, I'm sitting in the back, bouncing shots left and right. They finally wise up and they acquire a Punisher, and again, I'm learning the character, so I evade away, and we are able to get out of there unscathed. We acquire the health pack and we are ready to re-engage. Again, I'm going to get hyped because you have to think about this game like I said whenever I was playing the other day with Wanda, or if I'm playing with somebody along those lines. You want to do angles, you want to do panels. You see the quick ult right there, off their spawn, easily getting the kills. back to what I was saying about the different planes. So if you saw my last review, you got up, down, left, and right. This is whenever I was using Namor. That was using the triangle method. The same thing applies here with Iron Man. He is flying, so the enemy is going to have to look up at you. If you have a dive character like Thor, they're going to have to turn around, but the Thor is going to be on the ground, as where the Iron Man is on the air. It is very hard for them to try to look up and look behind them, especially when you have such a wonderful comp. Now, it's not all glitter and gold. You got to know when to switch from Iron Man. Now we are in an enclosed area. That means I am not going to be able to cut the angles as much because they all can focus on me and I'm limited in my ability. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up so you can understand what I'm talking about. You have to know when to switch, especially when you're playing ranked and you are in comp. You are not going to be able to use your main. You have to use multiple characters, healers, vanguards, tanks, and of course DPS. As you see, Psylocke pops her ult. She immediately flies up in the air because I am in an enclosed area and she is able to kill me. After the 2 deaths, the writings is on the wall, so I immediately switch to Mr. Fantastic. The good thing about Mr. Fantastic is he is a DPS, but he has very good tank ability. Also, like I said, I read the notes. So the patch notes show that he got a buff with a little bit more defense. As you see, I'm going to eat this Wanda ult, and then I'm going to continue to go on offense. Right now, my whole entire thing is to get them to try to force ults. Now, I do also see that I have 3 teammates down, but I thought that my healers would get back in time, and with the ability to bounce back between offense, defense to his invulnerability, I thought my healers would come up, but I was able to fall short. Also, when you are playing in the high ranks, if you do die 2 or 3 times in a row, switch. This is a team game and you are here to win. You're not here to have the most kills, the least deaths. You are here to win. You need to be a team player. So as you see, we all progress, and there is that Venom character I was talking about. As you see, I am about to acquire my ult, and whenever you're using Fantastic, he disrupts everything. He destroys penny nests. He destroys healers, and that is my very big focus. You want to kill the healers first. It is paramount to kill them because then obviously nobody can heal the tanks. The tanks are completely supported by the healers. Again, I am bouncing back and forth between using his damage to increase his health to his invincibility. Every time, I do not use them both at the same time, meaning I do not pop his invincibility where he pops his chest out and then immediately start to attack with damage. I'm bouncing them back and forth. As you see, if I feel like I am about to die, I will pop the invincibility and I will tank a little bit for my teammates to pop up. Since we do have true tanks now, you will see I am bouncing just a little bit behind them and a little bit in front of them. As soon as they die, I will push forward and be the tank, and that is the duality of Mr. Fantastic. However, once they come back and they take the front line, I can sit in the middle to back and I am able to get my offense going. As you see, the overtime is at the very end and we have got to stay on the payload. This is a very good job by my Venom. As I said, he's a little bit ahead of me and I am on the payload playing a little tank, but in the back enough to use my offense. Also, I am continuing to build ult because whenever he pops his invulnerability, he is going to absorb all those bullets and build Hulk. As you see right now, the ult is being built with my invincibilities. As we enter the end of the game, my tank has just fell back and I am the only one up there. We then get a huge ult. These ults cannot be compromised. And once the ult is popped, it is only a matter of time. Doctor Strange, right on cue. They are able to get a massive ace. They are able to finish up, and we do not get the entirety of the push, hence ending us up 2-0 at the end of round 1. This is my first time playing with Iron Man on defense. So as you will see here, I am going to do the same thing that I did on offense, except I'm going to be a little more aggressive. They are going to be coming into my beams. They're going to be coming into my bullets and in my range. This is an amazing spot because I have the ultimate place to evade and it is very hard and there are limited characters who can reach them, especially if they don't have any air, which they have still not moved away from only having Wanda as their anti-air. I'm going to sit up here and milk ult after ult after ult after ult. We know that there are a few choke points on this map. Nobody is getting to them, so there is nothing that I need to do except sit in the corners, keep the enemy at half shield, and build ult. And again, like I said it whenever we were on offense, as soon as I get ult, I am going to use it. Nobody's able to hit me. I have the great evasives. Now, I do waste a few ults here. This is very true. But if I can get them half damaged in order for my teammates to get the finish, I will. This is one thing I do not like about the gold and early platinum grind is you have to run to your healers. This entire time, I am spamming, I need help. I am spamming, I need help. As the DPS, as the one with the most kills, as the one putting on the damage, I shouldn't have to spam it, but in that instance, I had to. Again, I'm sitting in the back. It's very hard for the enemy to put shots at me. I have Venom in front diving, so that is going to create that sandwich situation where I'm on one side, they're on the other, and I am able to work my magic as DPS. This buff to Iron Man makes him unstoppable. If you have good dive characters, if you have good dive teammates, this is where you will truly shine. And it's paying dividends right here. Again, we're approaching our first choke, so I'm going to slowly back up. You see Thor, he's sitting there, he's going to die. That's going to get them to turn around, and I am going to be able to catch more frags. Anytime that happens, you go to the opposite side, and when you are ready, you hit your pulse cannon, you hit your ult, and you are able to clean up. It's really not that hard. As you see, they are finally starting to target me a little bit more. They understand that they need more anti-air than just Wanda, and she comes up and gets the kill. I then will get back to the end of the first choke point. Again, I am taking the angles. That is the big thing with Iron Man. You are going to be in the shadows. Like I said, you are sandwiching the team. We got our guys on the further side, and I am on the opposite side. And these are just free frags. This is just free ult build. No one is truly addressing it besides Wanda from time to time. But now I'm aware of that. So that is something that I'm going to be on the lookout for. As soon as my health begins to deteriorate, I'm going to run to the nearest health pack because, again, this is Platinum 1. The players are better, but they're not very good. So I run and get my own health. Again, as soon as they are pushing through the first choke point, I am going to create angles. They have to use their controller to look to the far left or the far right. Right now, they are in a choke, so that's why I'm sitting in the middle, but you will see me move to the trees and then eventually to the far left side, and this is where you make your bread and butter with Iron Man. They have to come through a choke, they have to look up, and they have to look off to the side. Even though the payload is pushing off to the left, they have to look to the right to kill me. So there is no flank on my left. There's not a Johnny Storm. There's not a Storm. There is nobody who can come up from the back. Again, as soon as I get the ult, I pop it because I am going to kill the healers. That is the main focus. 2 or 3 direct hits and the healers are dead. As you see, I am causing all kinds of mayhem. I have total view. I can see left or right. There's nobody who can come behind me. This is the ultimate spot for Iron Man in this map. This is where I made my bread and butter. I didn't get killed hardly at all while in this position. They have to come through a choke and then they have to find me. I can move left or right. I'm hiding in the trees. I'm hiding behind the lanterns, and I can just sit back and spam. I am the most advantageous spot. As you see, Doctor Strange comes through. He does not even see me. The only person on their team still is Wanda, but now I'm cognizant of that. So I'm going to sit in their blind spot and I'm going to make a killing. I'm just popping off left to right, let off the missiles. Everything is constantly in rotation. As you will see, I use a stronger ability whenever I press Y to kill the healers. Besides that, I am just going to spam and bounce left to right, killing everybody. Focusing whatever I need to. As you see, they get a little hit. Honda does come through, but that's where he has his close range laser. The close range laser, I immediately fall to my flank, acquire some more health, and then we get back to it. It's simple as that. The gameplay really isn't that entertaining at this point on defense because he is so dominant. You got to have a good team, okay? That is very key. And even if your team's not that good, just having someone where you can sandwich the team is going to pay dividends. The entire time while we are on defense, I am behind the enemy. I am cutting corners. I am hugging these walls. I am making it very difficult for them to try to get me. And then because he can move so well, I am able to evade at any time. Again, Wanda is focusing me. I will use my laser, and afterwards I will run to the back because I know that's where my healers are. The healers should stay in the back, and the higher ranks that you get, the more you will see that. I'm launching missiles. I'm dropping beacons. You just see it. You just balance them left and right. As you see, I'm in the cut. I am in between the two buildings. I know that the payload is on the left. I know that's where my teammates are. So they have to run through me to get to the payload, and that's where I'm going to sit back and snipe them. Anytime Wanda tries to push up, I'm going to use that laser, take her out, immediately cut back to the corner, keep the team on the opposite end sandwiched. As soon as I get hurt, I'm going to run evade and immediately get a health pack, and that is how we make our living with Iron Man. They finally switched up, and they have somebody else being Squirrel Girl, who does 120 damage. Now we have Squirrel Girl and we have Wanda. Those are the two that I am going to be cognizant about. But as you see, again, I am behind them. The enemy is pushing the payload due to the time, due to having to advance it to checkpoint 2, and I am just sitting on top of the building, completely out of sight. Ult is being farmed. I am just milking it. It doesn't matter. I'm not worried about any Wanda ult, because as soon as the pulse cannon becomes available, I full send it, guaranteed to injure, get a KO, and keep it moving. Again, as soon as the pulse cannon is done, I am going to evade towards the healers or their DPS. No healers, because I've taken care of them. I push the DPS. Squirrel Girl down. Wanda down. Now we can focus on point because they have nobody to heal them. I'm going to get up close and personal. I will pop the laser. Doctor Strange down with a quick double. Ben Grimm, the last one on the point. Use the laser till it's finished. Drop a few frags. Sit there and wait. And that is how you finish out. That is how you use Iron Man. The key takeaways: hiding on the corners, staying hidden, staying up and above. And then when you have a dive teammate, you make sure to sandwich the opponents. It's not that hard, and that is the exact, very easy beginner's guide on how to play Iron Man. Quick victory, Platinum 1. You already know I got the MVP. I can see that you all are enjoying them. Tell me if you all use Iron Man, and tell me what you think about Season 2's DPS buffs and nerfs. I'll see you all in the next review.